technically.
For the sake of argument, this is a B, a D, a D, a D,
Whoa,
and another D.
40s.
Yeah. And
I've never.
I had another one, but it was too many D's. So I just chopped the.
How did you fall into that?
I don't know. I just sitting there messing around.
Right.
Just messing
That's
around, messing
brilliant.
around.
I thought Mick Fleetwood, because Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac, and he's different, and
he's that guy. He's got that. Somebody said it's like 120 BPM, like just pocket player.
He's got a thing, man.
He's got a thing.
It's not like a wow me now, but there's some songs you're like, where the hell what beat's he playing?
Yeah.
Where's one?
Really?
Yeah, it's like, what? And it's cool. It's like, wow, he's mine.
He's one of those guys. He would do these like simple fills, but they were so tasteful.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Like something like that, and it's like, it's not.
But it wasn't by accident.
Yeah, I mean, it's not pyrotechnical.
No.
But
it's good.
It serves the song.
Yeah, it does.
It serves the song.
He's a guy. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so this guitar, you only use this for slide?
This is
slide on it.
Yeah, because it says slide on the back of it,
and right there,
and right there.
Is that so you remember?
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with doing? Oh, it's just slide.
Absolutely, because I am blind.
Oh, you're that too.
Like, my set list, is like so big in the back row they can see it. But I love it. But this is
So is this tuning like normal? Or
this tuning is D, A, D, G, D, D.
Oh, D.
The double D.
And why is that? Just to get more fuller sound on the low?
Yeah.
The D?
So you got some D's droning in here.
Oh, I see, yeah.
4 D's are playing in different octaves, and then an A and a G. Yeah. So what? Excuse me.
Yeah.
So instead of having to do these like if I play regular chord, or like, it's horrible.
Wow.
Right. So it's terrible, but so like.
So you have to learn how to play in that tuning.
Kind of, and it's pretty much based like, on like things like that. But here's because I was not technically, couldn't figure out how to do these real beautiful, crazy chords that like, guys like Brad, they're doing this kind of crazy thing. I'm like, I can't do that. Yeah. I'm singing too. So I wanted to have something droning out. So, and then it kind of starts sitting around like this, and then I'll come up with a part like. I mean, it's not tuned perfect.
You're really into rhythm, because like a lot of your stuff is, it's like you do and same with like Iris. It's like you're into rhythm.
Yeah, I like rhythm.
That's cool. Were you a drummer ever?
No, I tried to be a drummer, but my mother
of course,
took the stick and put it through the snare drum and said,
"You're not playing drums.
No more drums." Yeah. It's like,
I get it.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, so your parents, were they very?
They were cool,
supportive of you?
Well, when I saw the Beatles, I told my mom, call the Beatles up, get me in the band, and forget the piano lessons. I'm playing drums now.
Yeah.
And I want to grow my hair, which for a second I could, and then that went out.
Yeah.
But, and so they didn't buy me a set of drums. We didn't have any money.
Yeah.
Eventually, went down to Manny's in New York on 48th Street and got a snare drum and a cymbal. And I started my own first band, the Alley Cats, standing up, playing Beatles songs with a cymbal and a snare drum. And then birthday, I got a bass drum. Christmas, I got a floor tom. That's how I did it.
You still have them?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Next door.
That's awesome.
And the snare drum that came with the kit was only 6 lugs, because that was a jazz drum. And I sold it, or I traded it, I think for some pot when I was in high school or something. And it was horrible pot. And I bought it back from that guy.
Whoa.
A billion years later, because I saw it go on eBay.
Uh-huh.
I says, oh no, the guy called me and said, I'm going to sell on eBay, and I'll give you, if you want to buy it back, you can. I don't know how he tracked me down, the internet. So I called everybody, says, what would my snare drum be worth? He said, $400. I bought it back for $400. I paid $20 for it.
Wow.
Parents paid $20. I bought it back for $400.
Wow.
I just have it because I want to have the original.
No, that's cool. That's cool. There's stuff I wish I would have kept.
Yeah.
I wish I would have kept stuff, but I was.
Well, yeah,
But yeah, and so getting back to this thing, it's like.
Did you come up with the lick first?
Well, I just I do this thing, like, say I'm at home, okay?
Yeah.
I'll like sit there and I'll just be like, I'll do things like this. Oh, no, that sounded like shit. Go up here. And I'll try to, try to get around on the neck. And it's a lot of it is one finger, two finger stuff, So it's really easy. I mean, can you make a power chord?
I have the worst fingers.
Come on, you can do this.
No, I can't.
No, you can do this.
No, geez.
You gotta do this.
Damn.
Check this out.
All right, okay.
Okay, just put your index finger here, right? Right.
See how I have my nails?
Yeah. Don't bend it too far. Maybe you're a drummer, you can't do this.
No, it's my nails.
And then do this one. Do this. Just do this one. Here, just strum it. Well,
I told you.
Yeah. Well, put your thumb back down there.
Okay.
You can do this, Kenny.
All right.
This is easy. If I can do it, you can do it. Come on.
Okay, and this one goes up.
No, that was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. See? And
Sort
then
of.
you just move it up and down.
Dude, that's why I play drums. See, my nails go over my skin, my little pads.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem with it.
Yeah, I'm always like chopping my nails off.
Yeah, see, your pads stick out.
Yeah.
My nails go over.
Well, I overcut my nails. And then for 2 days, I'm like, ow, ow, ow.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And you're on tour and you got blood coming out.
Yeah, but
See? That's
but
why
it's
I
like-
play drums.
this is what it was all about, filling space,
Yeah.
and then you get into like, this song, you played it with us a few times,
Absolutely.
but if you sit there and you kind of just like wander,
Yeah.
and that's how you find the songs,
Yeah. I totally get what you're saying. You're like you're becoming an actor in a movie,
Yeah, it's like,
creating a whole vibe, and then stuff starts coming out.
yeah, and then it starts to sort of appear.
So on Slide, you started really on guitar, and then you started singing.
This song was originally, I still remember this. So, it was called Little Cuckoo. Little Cuckoo. And because I do this thing too. I said, no, where you gonna be too long? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a word will come out. And then you're like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck it. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I sometimes it just sounds cool. People are like, what's the inspiration for your songs? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like sometimes, I'll have a conversation with him or you or whoever, and it's just something you said will stick in my head.
Yeah. Sticks in your head, and then that comes out.
And it gets
simple.
regurgitated. Everything is flying around inside.
Yeah.
That's why I'm interested in the brain supplement you're talking about in that, because it's like, it's like, it just, everything's just sort of making connections all the time, and then I change one string. Like, let's see if I can come up with a different tuning right now.
Change the D.
Yeah. Right? So that's an open chord with an extra D.
Yeah.
And then it's not going to be perfect because, and then Slide, and then, Black Balloon is a very similar tuning.
But you use that for Black Balloon, you have another guitar for that.
I have another guitar for that because the necks, the tension is different for every tuning.
Yeah.
You know, and so they kind of, my guitar tech, BK, he just keeps tweaking the neck, and you kind of groom the guitar for that tuning, you know, and it keeps going out of tune. Like every time we got to buy a new guitar, it's like,
because you got to break it in.
You got to break it in. He's got to, and like, you know, and you got to make the neck work and the tension on the thing. And he's a great guitar tech because it's insane. I mean, it's such a circuitous.
Yeah, it's the guitar, because it's wood, is always in motion. Different temperatures, humidities.
Yeah.
Then you got the strings, and it's constantly changing.
Now, let me ask you a question. Because you're a drummer's drummer.
Yeah.
And you have a collection of beautiful equipment.
Yeah.
What do you think of? Have you embraced the world of electronics and drums and things like that?
I endorse Yamaha DTX.
Okay.
And I use that just to practice.
That you use it just for practice, but have you found, like Lynn drums?
Well, Jack and Diane, I programmed the Lynn 1 drum machine in 1982.
See that?
So what it
You're
was?
sitting there with the instruction manual. Go,
Yes.
Holy shit!
You know, what happens? I walked in the studio, and this is what I call adapt or die. Adapt to new technology, or you're going to be left. I thought I was going to be replaced by this thing, so I went into that fight or fight mode, like I talked about that we are. I went, well, wait a minute, you're going to use this on this song that wasn't even going to be on the record. Right. We didn't know how to arrange it. We were too young. So I'm like, the Bee Gees were using it next door. It's the new thing.
Right.
And In the Air Tonight with Phil Collins, which was on I don't know what machine it was. It wasn't a Lynn 1.
No. Well, it was I know what it was.
Wasn't a Roland, was it?
No, it was a Roland. Yeah, it was, but it wasn't what everybody thinks it was. It was,
And then
just something 78.
Oh, okay. And then, oh, wow, yeah. Right, I remember they had...
all the buttons.
Then there was, Anyway, so I grabbed the machine, basically programmed what I was playing on the drums, but it was like a tom-tom instead of a floor tom. Instead of a hi-hat, it was a tambourine from the machine. And I give it back to them. It's got 8 outputs, so they can bring it up on the faders. I'm sitting in the lounge going like, man, am I in the horse and buggy business? And the car just showed up. And I'm going out. And I'm freaking out because I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, this sucks. And then all of a sudden I get summoned into the control room, and John's going, we need a drum thing right here after the second chorus. And the guy that I think that had a lot to do with that might have been Mick Ronson from Bowie, because Mick Ronson was in our studio. And somebody put the bug in John's ear to do a drum thing. And then once I did, eventually came out, blah, doosh, doosh, doo, 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 doo. I did this beat. Nick was the one who said, you guys should write a vocal thing that, like an a cappella thing. So let it rock.
Yeah.
So let it roll. Let the Bible go. Well, I go.
Yeah. That moment in that song is as iconic as the when the drums come in the air tonight.
Oh yeah.
Those
are the two big drum breaks.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody knows those two.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that weird? I didn't know.
Weird.
I was just glad it got on the record.
Yeah.
Because, the North Star for us is, especially back then, it's like, oh, you wanted to be number one.
Yeah.
Well, I was happy it got on the record. Then they, back then they would like play everything on the record, on the radio, on the album or on the radio, and they wait for people to call. Oh, we like this one. Oh, we like this one.
Yeah.
Jack and Diane tested real high. We were like, really? When they released that and went to number one, can you imagine how I felt? Wow. But I was only happy for 2 seconds.
Okay.
You're going to relate to this. I went, I'm not number one. I'm like, I'm excited, but now I feel like I got to prove to everybody I am that good.
Right.
So I'm going like, oh my God, I got to do it again. Oh my God, John's got to write a song. And he's got to write a good one. Then I got to come up with a cool beat so I can show that I really am this good. I got to wait how many years for this?
Yeah. Yeah, but...
I kept doing it. So after Jack and Diane came out, it was successful. John would play a song on acoustic guitar, not as finished as what you're doing. We go, what do you got, Aronoff? Give me a beat. I'm like, what? And I'd be like, and all the songs sounded the same. He admitted it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was constantly trying to come up with new ideas, new things.
Yeah.
Like on Paper and Fire was a cross that,
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember him saying, don't do that. And I went, nah, it's cool, I'm doing it. when we did the next,
I love that.
we did the next take, he was in the room. I was waiting for it. What's the tape? Somebody in that control room must have told him, it's cool.
Yeah.
He wanted me to do it later. I said, no, man, it's caustic, it's subtle. It creates tension.
Yeah.
My foot's going.
Yeah.
In between the phrases, I thought that'd be a cool, calm response.
Yeah. Well,
but I was always trying to come up with cool beats because of what I had done with the Jack and Diane thing. And that comes from, like I said, programming the drum machine first. And I mean, that's the greatest thing that could ever happen. And I talk about this, like, a lot of people's careers, they're at that point where they're going to be like, it's almost over. Like maybe yours was the Iris story.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we're not getting anywhere. This is like not going good. And then all of a sudden, bam, Iris shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's off the races.
Yeah.
Everybody I've talked to on this show, they've got that story.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, because
over.
we always have those moments in our lives, and they
pivotal.
But you gotta keep your eyes open for them. I'm finding like I gotta really keep my eyes open for it.
Or you're gonna miss an opportunity.
Or you're gonna miss it, because it's not like, I don't know. I just think there's a certain amount of magic that you have when you're young, and there's a certain kind of, it's just the inspiration comes more often.
It does. I've heard this from every songwriter.
Yeah. And then you got to work, and then you got to do the work. Which is the most difficult part. And it's like, and trying to navigate the politics of being in a band and dealing with a record label and dealing with promoters and all that kind of stuff, which can
what
the process.
You know how to get from A to Z. And sometimes when you were younger, maybe it was more fun, but you still know how to get to A to Z.
Yeah.
So you know how to make yourself, this is what I got to do. I may not like it, but I know if I do this, I'll get the results I want.
Yeah.
Maybe not be as much fun as it used to be, but you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
And if I shortcut myself, ain't going to get to A to Z.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear. I've experimented with a lot of stuff too. Like I wrote a song with one of Max Martin's writers.
Wow, that's good.
Because I was just like, I want to see what's going on over there.
Yeah.
I want to see what's like this guy. Who's this Max Martin guy? He's got like every song on the radio.
Yeah, he owned the radio.
So I'm like, I want to see what's going on in there. And then, and then you go and you write with one of his writers. And it was sort of like, it wasn't for me. Right. But it, you gotta experience it.
Yeah.
I'm still the guy that likes to sit up after everyone's asleep and the dog is sleeping on the sofa next to me. And I'm playing the guitar.
That's great, man. That's you're alive. You're going for it.
And that's where I feel most comfortable doing it.
Great, man.
Doing it. That's where when the inspiration comes,
John 5 said the same thing. He waits till his wife goes to bed and maybe his kids, and then that's when he starts practicing. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It's cool. I come here every day. During the pandemic, I was here every day.
Really?
Here at 1 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, that kept, I just, no way I was sitting at home for a year.
Yeah.
Impossible.
When did you go back out on the road?
We started going out while the pandemic was starting, like corporates, like on the beach in Mexico with Fogarty, because you're outside, but I had to get the shots and all that stuff. Yeah. And then stuff like that. You started getting, slowly but surely, people were saying, we're sick of this shit.
Yeah.
But the touring thing, I did an album with Joe Satriani. We were going to go on tour. So Joe goes, let's make another record. So we made another record. I did that here. And then we had to wait to go on a real tour.
Yeah.
And then everybody was booking every venue was like.
Yeah. It was hard to get
in there.
To find slots.
Tons of.
It was really hard to book a tour.
I know.
When it finally opened back up, because it was just like everybody nobody had worked for like 2 years. And it was like,
and then on top of that, the selling records was even going worse down the tube. So it's all live.
yeah.
So now that was crazy.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing. Like the live thing to me it's always been very good to us.
Yeah.
Because it's like AI, I'm trying to figure, can AI disrupt the live performance? And you know what? It's
Not
like,
really. No,
you know, and it's like,
maybe the recording, but live.
yeah,
No,
it's something, but that's, you know, and that's something like I'm always, always bitching at the other guys in the band. I'm like, how can we, like, let's try to make these songs the same, but like expand them, put a little jam thing. Like, you know, let's do something that people can't get online.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
like let's try to find something that makes things a little more
and
special.
you're still playing the song.
Yeah.
And people out there like, oh man, you see that? You hear that?
Right, exactly.
That's,
you know,
oh my God.
you want to give
That's
people
the 7th drum solo tonight. do you have the guitar for Iris?
Yeah, we have the guitar for Iris here.
I was just saying because Desmond's gonna be coming at some point.
Oh, you're doing.
Ooh, I've never.
Tell Desmond I said hello.
I will.
I love that guy.
He's got a new book out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he tells it all apparently.
He's
So last night, like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, I'm reading the Meatloaf chapter because I did that record, but I didn't realize what was going on between Meatloaf and Dez.
really.
Oh, man.
What was
They were just not getting along at all.
Oh.
Meatloaf is
Really?
very emotional.
Thank you.
So is Desmond.
Yeah.
So Desmond had a fucking Bentley and he walked out, wasn't Henson, it might have been Eastwood, one of those studios. He walks out one night and Meatloaf was parked in parking space 1 because he's the artist. And then Desmond was in parking space 2. This is in the book, so I'm not. He's
right, exactly.
And he's just, you know, he's got the Bentley, but Meat doesn't have as fancy a car as the Bentley because the Bentleys are expensive.
Yeah.
And Desmond leaves after Meat, and he comes out there, and it's a one-piece shell. So if you paint this, you can't paint one section. You got to paint only. Somebody crashed it or smashed it or did something to it. And this is so funny in the book. It goes like, Desmond's going, I bet Meat did that. I bet Meat did. So he come in the next day, Meat's out there, says, hey, you know, somebody smashed my car. Did you see anything? Nope. Then the next day or sometime I says, God, you know, I wonder who smashed my car. Do you have any idea? No. Then when he's doing a vocal thing, he says, you know, they got cameras here. I'm talking to them. They got cameras. They can see everybody that was out there, which they didn't have cameras.
Right.
He says, you sure you know anything? And he goes, I did it. What? He says, I did it. What? I fucking did it. I smashed your car. That was the effect I got in the book.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And he says, somehow we kept working.
You know, man, that's an amazing story.
Isn't that great?
But
I was on that session, but of course I wasn't there because they were doing overdubs. It was interesting. This has nothing to do with us, but he was saying he thought the Meatloaf shut that record down. When it came out, he didn't want anybody to know about it. It's Steinman's name as co-writer.
Mm-hmm.
And Desmond said, my name is producer was down there. He says, it was the first record that Meatloaf did without Steinman. And he felt like he was trying to show, I don't need Steinman. You know, like all these dynamics, you know.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
It's interesting.
I got along with Meat great.
Oh, I loved him.
He's hilarious.
Super.
When he loves you, man,
Yeah.
great. So sad he's gone. Because I recorded, I will do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Yeah.
I never got to ask him what that was. And I did the song. I should have asked.
Yeah, you should ask him. But yeah,
Do you know?
I no. I mean, I have my own idea.
Of
my
course.
Mind, you know, my mind immediately goes a certain direction. But, you know, but no one knows.
Tell me about this sucker.
Okay, I was this
Normal tuning or?
no, this is
Jesus, look at this thing's
yeah,
tell me about this baby.
see this thing is busting. I'm gonna point it at this camera.
Yeah.
This thing is being held together, you know, with glue. And
But it's not like an old guitar. Just
no, it's just
it
the
is
tension.
the guitar.
This is the guitar for this song,
Yeah.
and this is a custom wound string.
Is that
Because it's like a 70 something
big gauge?
Yeah, it's like you could almost use it like on a baritone guitar or something like that. But we get them. Brad gets them from. Brad gets them made from somebody, I don't know who made it, and then so, you know.
So you get an incredible low end, a sound.
And this is B. This is not B because this is even lower. It's half because
so
I've
you have to have a
older.
heavy gauge string or special string to hold the tone.
Yes.
And hold the tuning.
And and you got to keep tweaking the neck to keep it from exploding.
Yeah.
So
Yow.
that's BK's thing.
Okay.
And I always people ask what are these? What's this? It's because this is glow in the dark tape. So when I'm on stage and they whoomp and the lights go out,
You know where you are.
I know where to put my finger.
Of course.
I'm a pragmatist. But I was sitting. I went and saw a movie called City of Angels, and Daddy Bramson asked me if I wanted to write a song for this one scene in the movie.
Right.
And he showed me the scene. I saw it over. And I said, this movie reminds me of City of Angels reminds me of this movie called Wings of Desire. So I went and after I saw City of Angels, I went and got a copy of Wings of Desire, and I watched that again, and that's a great movie. And then I just thought to myself, like, if I was that guy, what would I say to that girl? Because it's a story about he's immortal.
Yeah.
He's immortal.
Cage.
He's an angel. He's like a god. He's not of this world.
Yeah.
He has eternal life and everything. And it's like, and he falls in love with this human, and he wants to, or someone who's alive, and he wants to experience what it feels like to be human, and it's painful, And I'm like, what would I say to this girl if I was that?
If you were Nicolas Cage.
If I was Nicolas Cage, what would I say to Meg Ryan?
Right.
And it was like, that's
wow.
Big,
that's a great question.
And then.
Oh, you already gave me goosebumps.
This is
that chord immediately. It's done.
It's a weird one. It's a weird one.
I know that song. It's like, there it is.
But that's a B.
Yeah.
And then this is not a B because it's tuned down. But just
technically,
for the sake of argument, this is a B, a D, a D, a D.
Whoa!
And another D.
40s.
Yeah. And
I
had another one, but it was too many D's. So I just chopped the.
How did you fall into that?
I don't know. I just sitting there messing around.
Right.
Just messing around.
It's brilliant.
Around.
No rules.
No rules. That's the thing.
That's what's brilliant. No rules. Jesus.
Right. But you see, it's all.
You don't have to touch these strings that much, do you?
No, and it's
because they're just there.
Droning.
It's a drone.
This thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of, and then it's like it's so. Is that minory? I don't know. Yeah,
it is minory.
It's minory, and then you go into the verse, major, right?
I love the
minor.
I love hearing that string. Yeah. That's brilliant.
Right, and then. And then,
how'd you come up with that? That's
I don't know. I don't. Is
that like some Polish dance or something from like 1920, and they brought it over on the boat?
Probably, yeah. That might have. Well, I grew up in a very Polish neighborhood.
That's what I'm saying. So
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that early exposure to polka music had.
I know.
Lots of waltzes.
The guy had one leg and he tried to get back in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is brilliant. I mean,
see, our wonderful good friend Tim Pierce.
Yeah.
Played the guitar
solo. He did it. It's great.
Talk about a monster talent.
Yeah.
And a beautiful person.
I know.
He's a classic.
I know.
He's a classic.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
And I grew up in the session. What?
Is he going to be on your show?
we haven't gone there yet.
Come on, you gotta get him.
I gotta get Tim. He'll be incredible.
He's awesome.
Gotta have him in person.
Yeah.
Talk about it. He's got a whole educational thing.
Oh yeah.
I remember when he started that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't do sessions anymore, or rarely.
I mean,
if you asked him, he would do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was blown away by him. I'd never
seen anything like. And he looks like he'd be a history professor at college.
Yeah. I was just so blown away that somebody could come in and then just add these little embellishments that just raised the whole song and like created.
Did he play
elevated the
on
mood.
this song on Iris?
Yeah. He played the guitar solo, and he played the mandolin as well.
Oh, I was gonna say, who played mandolin?
Yeah, he did. They wouldn't let me. Rob wouldn't let me because I'm like, no, I can play it. No, I got it. And then he's like,
oh my God, because that's a big part. The mandolin's all the way through there.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was like, nah, it was.
Okay, I'm gonna call him up. That'll be my invite. Say, Tim, you're coming on, and you got to play the mandolin part on Iris.
Yeah.
Dude, he and I, one of the first sessions I ever did with him was at a studio called American up on Topanga, and and we did Heaven on Earth. Ooh, baby,
really?
By blowing the car out. It was John Pierce, Tim Pierce, and me.
Wow.
And then he was on the Meatloaf records too.
Tim was
on everything.
He's on everything.
Everything,
man.
Yeah.
He's on everything.
Yeah. His discography will take a week.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. But
that's his.
But this is like. But it's just one string, And then like it's basically like a power chord, the two note, like the Ramones chords, Yeah. I don't know what it would be in this. I mean, you can do
and I love how when you get to the verse, just opens up.
Yeah, but and then everything that goes around it,
I love it. Oh,
Thank
dude,
you.
that thing is orchestrated.
Well, David Campbell did the strings.
Oh, David Campbell.
David Campbell did.
Whoa, okay, now you're pulling out the great. You got the great team behind you.
Oh my God! Well, that was the thing. It's the whole team. It was like Rob and Alan Sides.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Engineered it, and
Alan Sides
engineered it. It was amazing.
Whoa.
And we did it at Record One over there up on the thing. And
wait, Record One on Lancashire?
On Ventura Boulevard. Record One.
Oh, there's another one.
Excuse me, not Record. Was it Record One? Whatever the Ocean Way in the Valley was. Out in Sherman Oaks.
Right.
Whatever that was. Yeah, and Tim played on it, and yeah. And it was amazing.
Who played bass? It was
Robbie. Yeah. Robbie played bass, and I played this.
What's another song you got? We'll do another one. Name? Or do you do anything else on it?
You know what? I don't have the guitar tuned for that.
Which one? Do you have another one?
No, I only brought two.
That's cool, man. Dude, that is fucking awesome.
It's fun. It's fun.
So cool.
Dude, I always get inspired when I see you.
God damn.
Thank you so much.